Okay, now we're going to do some examples with the pronouns I've just showed you. First of all, the pronoun I is used often when you are introducing yourself to another person. As shown earlier, you can introduce yourself by saying, I am, followed by your name. For example, if your name was Sarah, you would introduce yourself to a second person by saying, I am Sarah. You can also use this to describe yourself using other adjectives. For example, if you wanted to tell another person that you are hungry, you would say, I am hungry. This implies that you are hungry at the current moment. If you were introducing a second person to someone else, you would use the pronoun this. As given in the previous example, Jason introduced his brother Brad as, this is my brother Brad. If you, for example, had a friend named Sarah that you wanted to introduce to someone else, you would say, this is my friend Sarah. The pronoun this can also refer to a specific object. For example, if you wanted to refer specifically to a table, you could say, this table is, and use an adjective to describe the table. Another example would be if you wanted to talk about a dog, you would say, this dog is, and use an adjective to describe the dog. For example, this dog is hungry. When you are referring to a male or a female and you would like to use an adjective to describe them, you can use the pronouns he or she. He referring to a male, she referring to a female. You can use these pronouns as well to introduce their names. So, if you were referring to a male by his name, you would say, he is, followed by his name. For example, if I was talking about Jason Garcia, I would say, he is Jason Garcia. I can also use this pronoun together with an adjective to describe a male. For example, if I wanted to say that Jason was very tall, I would say, he is very tall. Tall being your adjective. If I was referring similarly to a female and I wanted to describe her with an adjective, for example, short, I would say, she is short. The short being your adjective, and she referring to the female you are talking about. If I was referring to a second person that is in my presence, I would use the adjective you. This usually implies that you are talking to the person that you are referring to. For example, if I wanted to say that you are very pretty, I would say, you are very pretty. With you being my pronoun and very pretty being my adjective. Are is always used with you, whether you are referring to a single person or referring to multiple people. The pronouns used in English that refer to a multiple group of people are we, you, and they. All three pronouns are used with are. We refers to a group of people that includes you, while they refers to a group of people that does not include you. When you refer to you are usually referring to a group of people that are in your presence. As with the other pronouns, we, you, and they can be used to describe groups of people. You can either use it to describe their names, to state their names, or to describe them using adjectives. The examples given are we are roommates, you are neighbors, they are Annie and Ken. Other examples would include we are hungry, with we being your pronoun and hungry being your adverb, with hungry being your adjective. You are hungry. Similarly, with you being your pronoun and hungry being your adjective, and they are hungry. All of these pronouns can also be used to describe the actions being performed by people. For example, in the present tense, if you would like to say where you are going, you can say, I am going to the movies. Similarly, you can use this for a group of people, so you can say, we are going to the movies. Or for a singular person, male or female, she is going to the movies.